basketball fans, welcome to Hicksville High School and an exciting evening of high school basketball. Tonight, the Holgate Tigers, coached by Anthony Jackson, will take on our own Hicksville Aces, coached by Tony Tier. The Board of Education, Superintendent, and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School intend to each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's basketball game. Both Hicksville High School and Holgate High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest are Gary Brubaker, Dan Gershwitz, and Jim Troy. Their experience and integrity qualify them for the important part of this friendly interscholastic basketball game. And now introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Holgate Tigers. A 5'8" junior, number 3, Ezekiel Belmares.
Oh, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School. As we're getting ready to get our second live stream of the evening underway. Varsity basketball action this time around, and once again, it's the visiting Holgate Tigers here to take on the homestanding Hicksville Aces in varsity basketball action tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Brian Williams alongside, operating the iPad Pro camera. Just the two of us here tonight, as Jim Seiler was busy elsewhere. Chris Warner's not available. So the two of us will be bringing you the action this evening. I want to say a big thank you to all of our underwriters. We'll do that shortly, but right now, as they're introducing the players out on the floor, we'll run down the starting lineups for you as well. And we'll begin with the visiting Hicksville Tigers. Their starting five will be number 3, Ezekiel Belmares. He's a 5'8" junior. Number 11 is Logan Miller. He is also a 5'10" junior. Number 15 is Holden Hartman, a 5'9" freshman, getting the start tonight. Number 25, Xavier McCord, is a 6'1" junior. And number 32 is 6' Owen Leaders, the lone senior on their varsity squad, getting the start tonight. For the homestanding Aces, it's the usual starting five. Number 2 is 6'4" senior Aaron Klima. Number 3, 5'8" senior Brody Balzer. Number 5, 5'10" freshman Brant Langham. Number 11 is 5'6" sophomore Jaden Rosales. And number 33, 6'5" senior Alex Gordon. Our coverage tonight brought to you by our platinum level underwriting supporter, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, as well as our diamond and our gold level underwriters. Tip controlled by the Aces by Gordon. Klima with the ball. We're underway. We'll mention all of our diamond level and our gold level underwriters as the breaks allow. Balzer out on the wing, kicks it to Rosales. As again, the Aces control the tip. Gordon gives it to Rosales. He drives into the paint. Bounce pass. Balls are on the wing. Off the iron and no good. And a whistle. And that'll be the first personal on Rosales. Team foul number 1 on the Aces tonight. So Rosales picks up a quick foul 29 minutes into the opening quarter. And here comes Holgate on offense for the first time tonight. Number 3, that's Ezekiel Belmares. Belmares gets the ball over to Leaders. Leaders on the wing, guarded by Klima. Ball loose, and it's going to be wrapped up. A jump ball. Possession arrow should give that to the Tigers. McCord getting ready to inbound the ball. A long inbounds. He'll get it to Belmares. Belmares looking for the shot. And that's off of Gordon's arm. Turnover back to the Aces, and Rosales will bring it up. Behind the back dribble. Langham gets it to Rosales, and he'll dribble behind the back and get it off to Klima. Shot up and good. That's 3 for Klima. Rosales picks up the assist, and it's a 3-0 game. Bounce pass, turnaround jumper up and good for Hartman. 3-2 game, and here comes Jaden Rosales. 5:53 to go. Balzer takes it from Gordon, back to Jaden. Quickly down Klima. Klima to the top of the key. Feed it off to Balzer. Balzer spin move back to Klima. Klima into the paint. Nothing there. Gets it off to Langham. Langham back to Balzer. Back to Klima. So work it around the perimeter. Rosales gets the ball in and out, no good. Gordon with the rebound. And Rosales will try it again. That time he hits it. 2 3-pointers. Aces up 6-2. Belmares down to McCord. McCord drives in. Back to Belmares. He thought about a 3. Backs it back out. Leaders to Belmares again. Belmares tries to feed it down low. Nothing there. They'll kick it back out. Leaders from 3-point land, and that's good. Leaders makes it a 6-5 game. Aces defending an undefeated record here in this varsity contest. They're 7-0. Balzer to Klima. Alley-oop down to Gordon. Up off glass, too much on it. No good, and we'll have a whistle and a foul underneath the basket. And that will be Alex Gordon's first personal and team foul number 2 for the Aces here tonight. Belmares. Working around, guarded by Gordon. Gets it off to Leaders. Leaders tipped out of bounds. Rosales' quick hands in there. Holgate Tigers will hang on to the basketball. 4:06 to go in our opening quarter. Quick inbounds to Belmares. Guarded by Balzer. Ball now to Miller. Miller at the top of the key. Back to Belmares. Belmares kicks it out down into the corner. Shot up, and that's good for 3 by McCord. And the Tigers take the lead now, 8-6. And pass made just a second, just a split second before Gordon made the cut. It goes out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover to the Tigers. And both Langham and Klima will have a seat. Sheets in, as well as Heisler for the Aces. Belmares kicks it out. Another one from McCord, no good. Gets his own rebound. Or that's Leaders, excuse me. Ball loose, and everybody goes flying. Rosales feeds it over to Balzer. Balzer pulls up and hits the three. Second assist of the night for Jaden Rosales, and third three-pointer for the Aces as they take the lead back 9-8. Belmares with 2:48 to go and the clock rolling. Guarded by Sheets. Gets it over to Miller. Miller driving around Rosales. Kicks it out to Hartman. Hartman back to Belmares. Spin move. Belmares being dogged a little bit by Rosales. Gets it back down to McCord. McCord tries to drive in. He's cut off. McCord bounce passes it inside. Up and off the iron. No good. And that winds up in the hands of Brody Balzer, who will toss it to Rosales. 2:07. Rosales brings it up the court, across the timeline. Gordon. Gordon on the wing. Drives into the paint. Has some problems. Kicks it back out to Sheets. Sheets up and in. Counted. He's going to the line. Tatum Sheets with the bucket, and he draws the foul. That'll be the first foul. So Hartman, number 15, picks up his first. Team foul number 1 on the Tigers. 1:55 on the clock. Gordon and Balzer will step out back into the game. Klima and Brant Langham. And it'll be Tatum Sheets at the line. Looking to complete the three-point play with 1:55 to go. Got it. Tigers bring the ball up the floor. McCord over to Belmares. Guarded by Langham. To Miller. Langham takes over guarding him. Heisler comes out now. Over to Belmares, guarded by Sheets. And stolen away, Braxton Heisler. Heisler takes it the length of the floor, lays it up and in. Braxton Heisler goes into the padded portion of the wall after that shot, but he gets the 2 points, and the Aces up now by 4. 12-8 with 1:17 to go. McCord pulls up, puts it up, no good, out of bounds. It should be Aces ball. And number 32 is going to pick up his first personal. That's Owen Leaders, and team foul number 2. So with 1:09, here come the Aces once again, up 14-8. Rosales to Langham, down low to Klima. Klima, nothing there, and we're going to have a whistle and a travel. Klima travels, turns it over with 58.5 seconds. Belmares across the timeline with 53. Guarded by Langham. Now Sheets. And gets it over to Leaders. Leaders down to the corner to Giesecke in the game now, number 2. Miller gets it back to Belmares. Ball loose on the floor. Rolling around. Leaders comes up with it. Back to Miller. Miller down into the corner. Shot up by McCord. No good. Sheets grabs the rebound. Gets it to Klima. Klima to Rosales with 17. Rosales across the timeline with 13.5 seconds. Hold it for the last shot. Down to 9. Down to 6. Klima for 3 from way outside, and it's good. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the first quarter. And after one, it's the Aces leading the Holgate Tigers in this varsity contest, 17-8, your first quarter score. Now, while we got some time, we'll say a big thank you to one of our diamond level underwriters, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television, and that, of course, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships right here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. You're in the market for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV. Check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's always, always about service before, during, and after the sale. At the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, I want to thank them so very much for 13 years and counting as a diamond level underwriting supporter of all of our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. We cannot thank them enough. We look forward to year number 14 coming up. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. It's a 17-8 game after the first quarter of play. And the Aces will have the ball to start off quarter number 2. 8 minutes on the clock. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the live stream coverage so far tonight. Balzer gets the inbounds. He tosses it to Sheets, right back to Klima. Klima directing a little traffic. Langham now to Sheets. Balzer bounce pass inside to Alex Gordon. Gordon back outside to Sheets. They'll continue to move the wheel around. Working to get something either to open up inside. Nice inside pass. Kicked it right back out to Klima. Klima drives to the hoop, up and in. Klima makes it a 19-8 game, and Belmar is quickly up the floor for the Tigers. To Miller on the wing. Guarded by Gordon. And are we going to get Klima for that one? Yep. That'll be Klima's first personal and team foul number 3 on the Aces. 7:14 to go on the floor, so inbounds. McCord gets it into Belmaris. Back to McCord. Guarded by Sheets. McCord over to Leaders. Leaders looking for something, nothing there. Balzer's giving him all he can handle, and then some. Balzer now on Miller. Miller to Hartman. Hartman out to McCord. And they'll start all over again. McCord looking for some help. Rockets it inside to Hartman. Hartman up off glass and good. Holden Hartman, his second bucket of the night. He's got 4, and the Aces lead cut to 9, 19-10. On the other end of the floor, Sheets to Klima down. Klima drives baseline, kicks it back out. They'll move it around. Gordon, guarded by Hartman, up and in. Nice spin move by Alex Gordon for the bucket and makes it 21-10, and the lead back to 11. McCord working on Sheets, gets it down to Miller. Miller faced off against Gordon now. He'll get it to McCord and now to Leaders. And Belmaris on the wing. Sheets guarding Belmaris. Belmaris looking for some help. And a timeout. He didn't have anywhere to send the basketball. So Coach Anthony Jackson, head coach of the Tigers, calls a quick 30-second timeout. And while we're mentioning coaches, we also need to mention Tony Tier, head coach for the Hicksville Aces. And as of last night's school board meeting, Coach Tier is now also Tony Tier interim junior high principal for Hicksville schools. So congratulations to him on that. He's having a pretty good year. 30-second timeout expires. Tigers have 4 remaining for the balance of the game. 21-10, Aces on top, and Holgate will have the ball out of bounds side court. Xavier McCord gets it into Belmaris. Back to McCord. Over to Miller. Miller guarded by Rosales. Tries to drive inside. There's just nothing there. Kicks it back out to Belmaris. Belmaris loses his footing a little bit, but hangs on to the basketball. He'll drive up and lay it in. Ezekiel Belmaris gets his first points of the night to make it a 21-12 game. Rosales across the timeline with 5:20 to go before halftime. Quick to Gordon, right back to Klima. Klima drives into the paint, spin move. He'll toss it across to Rosales. Rosales down low to Gordon, up off glass and good. Another nice assist for Rosales, and Gordon gets his second bucket of the night. 23-12 now, Aces on top with just under 5 minutes to go before halftime. Leaders to McCord. Back to Belmaris. Belmaris drives into the paint, backs it back out. McCord down in the corner, nothing doing with Gordon right there. Belmaris from the far side, up off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Miller. He'll put it back up off glass and good. Nice acrobatic move by Logan Miller to make it 23-14. Aces look to answer. Gordon to Klima. Klima kicks it back out to Rosales. Jaden for three, got it. 6 points now for Jaden Rosales. 26-14. Belmaris across the timeline for the Tigers. He'll drive into the paint, kicks it back out to McCord. McCord to Leaders. Leaders trying to cut inside. He'll have to pass it off to Miller. Miller being guarded by Rosales. Back to Leaders. Leaders. And that'll be a whistle. And Gordon's going to pick up his second personal. And that'll be team foul number 4. And Alex will have a seat. Braxton Heisler will come out as well. Long inbounds to Miller. Miller to Leaders. Leaders, nothing there. He'll kick it back out. Belmaris down low, up and good for Hartman. The freshman has 6 points now. He's the leading scorer for the Tigers here tonight. 3:24. Bounce past Sheets, and there was nobody there. It went right between Rosales and Brody Balzer.
Make sure they know not to do that. It bounces all the time.
Full 1 minute timeout here. Called by the Aces, up by 10, 26-16. We'll take some time here to say a big thank you to the Subway of Hicksville. Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say go Aces. A great place to eat fresh, refresh. Hey, make sure you download the app to your mobile device to take advantage of online ordering, in-app specials. They can have your food ready for you to pick up when you get there, curbside pickup, and more. Want to thank them so very much. Their gold level underwriting of all of our basketball coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. And they're proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game Award that we give out at the end of each varsity basketball contest that we broadcast here on Hicksville Community Television. Want to thank them so very much for their support. Remember, Subway of Hicksville, a great place to go before or after the game or anytime. Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. 3:18 to go before halftime. And it'll be the Tigers ball on the baseline. McCord gets it in to Belmaris. Out to Leaders, guarded by Langham. And we'll have a whistle. And Langham just called his name. He picks up the foul. That'll be team foul number 5 for the Aces. And Brandt's first personal. Belmaris with the ball. 3 minutes to go before halftime. Spin move at the free throw line. He kicks it back out to McCord. McCord to Miller. Guarded by Balzer. Miller. Ball's knocked loose, and Brody Balzer comes up with it. He'll hand it to Jaden Rosales. Rosales quickly down the floor. Klima. Pull it back out to Langham. Langham to Balzer. The Aces can run their offense a little bit here. Take some time off that clock. Work for a good shot. Langham to Klima on the wing. Klima inside to Langham. Right back to Klima. Nothing there. And now Brody Balzer. Rosales. Rosales kicks it out. And Langham, and they'll run the wheel again. Feeds it inside to Klima. Klima. Spin move. Nope. Out to Sheets. Now Rosales will bring it all the way out. Direct traffic a little bit. 2 minutes to go before halftime. From the corner, in and out, no good. And it's saved on the baseline by the Tigers. McCord, and McCord's going to have a foul on the floor on his way up the court. That's going to be on Sheets. Tatum picks up his first personal, and that's team foul number 6. So Tigers 1 away from going into the bonus. Giesecke back into the game as Miller will sit down. And another quick substitution as Braxton Heisler will come in for Tatum Sheets. All right, got everything set now. 1:51 on the clock. Inbounds to Belmaris. And we're back in action. Belmaris to Leaders. He'll drive into the paint, kick it over to Giesecke. His shot will be short. Put back up, though, and that'll be good by Holden Hartman. 8 points for Hartman. 26-18. Klima with the ball. Klima to Heisler. Heisler back to Balzer. Inbounds to Heisler. Heisler kicks it back out to Klima. And back to Rosales. Down to Heisler again. Heisler hanging out there beyond that three-point arc. He'll move in. Kick it back out to Rosales with 57 seconds. Rosales back to Heisler. Heisler thought about the three. Back to Klima. 48 seconds. Now Klima will take it all the way out. And he'll hand off to Rosales. Now to Langham. And to Balzer. Balzer brings it out on top with 38 seconds. And now Klima gets it with 33. So the Aces may just bleed this down and go for the last shot before halftime. Balzer with 26 seconds. Back to Langham. Langham out of Rosales. 17 seconds and counting. 12 seconds. Now Balzer inside and stolen away, and it's loose on the floor. Balzer gets it back. He'll hurl it towards the basket, not even close, and that will bring us to halftime. We've played the first 16 minutes, and at the half, it's the Aces leading the Tigers 26-18 in varsity basketball action here at the Red Zone tonight. Bill and Brian, glad to have you here with us as we have reached the intermission. Do want to say a big thank you to another one of our diamond level underwriting supporters, making our coverage possible here at the Red Zone tonight, covering, helping to underwrite either all of our Aces sports coverage for 2022 and 2023. And that, of course, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They offer robotic packing and palleting solutions, welding, powder coating, and lots more. And they're looking to add to their team. They've got a lot of positions available, and they'd love to hear from you. You can check everything out. Go online to www.aptmfg.com/careers. You get a full listing of all the opportunities that they have available at APT Manufacturing. Many of them come with specialized training and certification and so forth. It's a great place to look at for the start of a new career. First career, second career, hone the skills you already have. You can fill out an application online, upload your resume. They would love to hear from you. We love having them as one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, Tony Nicewander and all the gang at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. 8.5 minutes to go here as the music kicks on in the background. We do want you to know that is incidental for us. We have no control over the music. We do not play it. We do not profit from it in any way. We're a non-commercial station. It's just in the background. Little Bruce Springsteen going for us on this Tuesday night. It's the week before Christmas, and we are very glad to have you with us, spending some time before the holidays, as we have kind of a busy slate. But again, we got to have a big asterisk because we're waiting to see too how the weather is going to unfold over the next few days. When we wrap up our live stream here tonight, tomorrow on Wednesday, we do not have any sports coverage. But as always, on Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, I'll have the live stream, our weekly update that will come your way on the HIX-TV, or the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. And we'll give you the very latest, as we have the very latest information on Wednesday afternoon. And then our next sports live stream at this point is scheduled for Thursday. Thursday will be day one of the 2022 Girls Route 49 Classic. This year, the girls' games are being played in Antwerp, Ohio, down to the south of us a little bit on Route 49. And we are planning on being there with live stream coverage right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel for both games, preliminary game 1 and preliminary game 2. I do not know. I haven't had a chance to see Josh Freese. I'm not sure which game the Aces play in, but doesn't matter. We'll be there for all the action. We'll have both games for you on Thursday. And then we'll be back on Friday with the consolation and then the championship game of this year's Route 49 Classic. Game 1 both nights, scheduled to tip off at 6 p.m., so our live stream coverage on the HIX-TV YouTube channel will get underway a little before 6 o'clock each evening. And with that, also want to let you know that, let's see, right now, one of our other HIX-TV volunteers is at the Huber Opera House. The Antwerp Community Band is performing their Christmas concert there tonight. So we'll be getting that around, and hopefully we'll have that as part of our holiday programming. Right now, the plan is at about 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve day, we'll go to all Christmas programming, and we'll do that on Christmas Day, Sunday as well. But we will still have our normal church service programs on Sunday, Christmas Day. So, but yeah, we will have we'll have nonstop, wall-to-wall holiday programming starting at 6 o'clock Christmas Eve. After 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm not sure. It'll depend on how much we've got and how it needs to be scheduled. But we'll start up and we'll have Christmas programming on HIX-TV, Mediacom Channel 12, SMTA Channel 8 for you to watch and enjoy while you're doing whatever it is you're doing at home. Christmas Eve night, Christmas Day. And again, our holiday program will continue Christmas Day. And our regular programming then will resume for Monday the 26th. And in addition to that, Friday is Christmas Fun Day here at the school. They normally have a really fun assembly that they do early in the day for the elementary kids, where the various elementary teachers and their classes, whatever they perform, they do a lot of neat stuff. The teachers put on a special skit and so forth, and we usually try to be there with our cameras to record that. 2-hour early dismissal on Friday as well for the students. So hopefully we'll have like I said, a lot of stuff going on. However, as we mentioned, the weather is a little bit on the questionable side. We are under a winter storm watch, and they are anticipating some treacherous travel conditions and possibly some significant snowfall. And so we're sort of taking a wait-and-see attitude as to whether or not the weather will have any effect on the schedule for our broadcasts or for, well, anything in general, really. So, again, if we have any updates of any kind tomorrow, we'll include them on our weekly live update live stream. And if we find out anything, because a lot of times, especially if anything happens on Thursday or Friday to affect the basketball games, whatever, that information might not happen until, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or anything like that. So, again, if you have not already done so, consider following us on Facebook. If not, just keep checking on our Facebook page. If there are any updates or scheduling or reschedules or anything like that, whether any other pertinent information, weather-related or otherwise, we will have that for you again on our social media. And, again, if you follow us, you'll know whenever we post something new. And if not, just check back frequently, and that way we'll be able to keep everybody up to date and informed about what's going on as we head into what could be a very wintry and what looks like it's going to be a very, very bitterly cold Christmas weekend. Could be like one of the coldest Christmas days, I think, in modern history, because it could be down into the single digits, and who knows, wind chills below zero. Brian will know all about it. Brian loves the Arctic weather. It cannot get cold enough for that man. His dog is part husky. You'll see him out there sometimes 3 in the morning wearing nothing but shorts and a T-shirt when it's 14 below with a wind chill, romping around with that dog. Loves it that much. A couple of minutes to go before we get the second half underway. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring from that first half here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And we'll begin with the Holgate Tigers. They're on the short end of the scoreboard. Again, if you're just joining us, our halftime score, the Aces are leading the Tigers 26-18 for Holgate. Their leading scorer was the freshman Holden Hartman. Hartman had 4 buckets for 8 points in the first half. Aside from that, Ezekiel Belmaris and Logan Miller each had a bucket for 2 points apiece. And Xavier McCord and Owen Leaders each had a 3-point field goal for 3 points each. And that accounts for their scoring of 18 points. For the Aces, Hicksville's leading scorer in the first half, Jaden Rosales. Rosales had a couple of threes for 6 points. He's followed by Austin Sanders. Yeah, okay. I think I had that wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Aaron Klima has. I put, for some reason, I put Sanders scores or Klima scores on Sanders. Anyway, so let me start that again. Leading scorer for the Aces, number 2, Aaron Klima. Klima with 2 threes and a deuce for 8 points. Then comes Jaden Rosales with 2 3-pointers for 6. Alex Gordon is next in line with a couple of field goals for 4. And then we had a 3-pointer for 3 points from Brody Balzer, and a bucket and a free throw from Tatum Sheets for 3, and a bucket from Braxton Heisler for 2. So there you go, 26-18. Aces with the lead at halftime. So time ticks off on the clock, and we're getting ready to get this second half underway. Aces will break huddle first. Head back out onto the floor. Looks like the original starting 5. Rosales, Klima, Gordon, Balzer, and Langham. And here come the Tigers. They'll have the ball to start things off. They've got Belmaris, McCord, Hartman, Leaders, and Miller. They're starting 5 as well. So inbounds to Belmaris, we're underway. Again, I'm Bill Murphy. Brian Williams running the camera. Glad to have you with us for varsity basketball here on this Tuesday night. Belmaris, team down by 8. Miller bounces it inside to Hartman. Nothing there. Kicks it back out. Leaders takes the shot. Off the iron, no good. And we're going to have a foul underneath the basket on the rebounds. That'll be McCord. McCord's first personal foul and team foul number 1 for Holgate in this first half. Rosales will bring the ball up for the Aces, leading 26-18, 7:25 to go. Klima on the wing, back to Rosales, up on top. Over the other wing, Turnbull. And Balzer spin move, kicks it back to Klima. And now back to Jaden Rosales. Rosales reverses course, bounce pass. Klima gets it before it goes out of bounds. Aaron working along. Now he'll bounce it out to Langham. Back to Klima. Klima baseline, puts it up, and it rolls along the hoop, but he gets his own rebound, puts that one up, and it's good. Klima gets the bucket. 28-18, a 10-point lead now for Hicksville. Holgate back on offense. Miller guarded by Rosales. Bounce pass in to Hartman. Nothing there. Hartman back out to Miller. Miller, Belmares. Belmares gets a good look, puts it up. It's short. And Turnbull comes up with it. He'll hold up and let the rest of the team catch up to him. I mean, that was Langham, I'm sorry. Brant Langham. Langham to Rosales. Gordon, Klima. Klima with another soft touch, up and good. .30-18 now. Aces up by a dozen. Belmares. Miller. Tigers spin move. Kicks it back out to Leaders. Leaders back to Miller. Miller runs into Klima. Klima almost knocks it loose. Miller gets it back. Rosales coming up to guard him now. Now to McCord. McCord. And Langham, I think, is going to pick it up. Yep. Langham gets his second personal and team foul number 2 on the Aces. 5:28 to go in quarter number 3. McCord on the baseline. Into Belmares, up and good. Belmares, his first points of the second half. Got 4 now for the game. Langham, back to Rosales. Aces up by 10, 30-20. Rosales. Miller gets it to Langham. Langham quickly to Balzer. Balzer, that looks good, and that's 3 more for Brody. Brody Balzer makes it a 33-20 game. Belmares looking to answer on the other end of the court. Gets it to Miller. Miller on the wing, guarded by Rosales. Shoots it over to Leaders. Belmares down in the corner, guarded by Klima. Driving baseline into a double team. Manages to get through it. Up and good. Nice move by Belmares. Makes it 33-22 and cuts that Hicksville lead to 11. Langham on the wing, inside to Klima. Klima down low to Gordon. Gordon up off glass and good. Klima with the assist. 35-22. Here come the Tigers. Belmares and waving it off. There'll be a foul on the floor, and I think that might be on Balzer. Yep. Brody Balzer picks up his first personal, and that's team foul number 3 on the Aces tonight for the second half. McCord. And knocked out of bounds by Rosales. Gordon's going to face off against him for the inbounds attempt. And almost lost it, but Leaders hangs on to it. Now McCord drives in, and that'll be blocked by Gordon. Clean block, and he hands it to Rosales. And here come the Aces. Past the halfway point of this third quarter. Long cross court down low to Gordon from Klima. Back out to Aaron. Klima drives up off glass and good. 6 points now for Klima here in this second half. It's a 37-22 game. Ace is in the lead with 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. And timeout called by the Tigers bench. 3:32 to go in quarter number 3. Ace is up 37-22. It'll be a full 1 minute timeout from the Holgate Tigers. And again, we'll take the time to say a big thank you. We're going to give them a couple of mentions in the varsity game because with the mishap that we had in the JV game, we didn't get their mention in. So we're going to say another mention for Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say, go Aces. Remember, Subway of Hicksville, a great place to stop by anytime, before, after the game. Download the app to your mobile device to take advantage of great in-app specials, mobile ordering. They'll have it ready for you to pick up when you get there, curbside pickup as well. They're proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game, the award we give out at the end of each varsity basketball broadcast we do for both boys and girls here on Hicksville Community Television. We want to thank them so very much. Subway of Hicksville, Ohio, where Al and the gang say, go Aces. And they are proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game. 37-22. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel on this Tuesday night, on the edge of the Christmas holiday and perhaps a pretty big winter storm. We'll have to wait and see. McCord to inbounds as the Tigers will have the ball coming out of the timeout. McCord into Belmaris, and we're back in action. Belmaris across the timeline, back to McCord. McCord driving in, kicks it out to Leaders. Leaders puts it up, and that's off the iron, no good. Out of bounds, and it should stay with Holgate. McCord into Belmaris. Belmaris drives in, tries to feed it down low. No good. So that'll be Gordon picks up his third personal, and it'll be 2 shots for Holden Hartman. Freshman at the free throw line. 3:13 to go in the third quarter. Hartman's first shot, no good. He has one more coming. That one is good. 9 points now for the freshman. 37-23, Rosales to Langham. Langham long cross court to Rosales. Down to Balzer in the corner. Brody brings it out. Back to Langham. Inside to Gordon. Back to Langham. Langham will drive in, feed it down low. And then Klima kicks it back out. Back into the hands of Rosales. Now Gordon. Gordon. Klima for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Gordon gets it to Balzer. Balzer's 3-point. That one's no good. And Hartman grabs it for the Tigers. He'll toss it over to McCord with 2:32 to go. McCord to Belmaris. Belmaris kicks it back out to Miller back into the game. Miller puts it up. No good. And Klima grabs the board. Klima to Rosales. And we'll come back the other way with the Aces. Rosales. Balzer. Inside to Gordon. Gordon. Back to Rosales. Rosales for 3, and that's good. Rosales bangs home the 3 ball, and it's 40-23. Leaders for the Tigers. Reverses his course. Almost drags that pivot foot, but keeps it steady. Belmaris now. Belmaris has to back out. He's in a world of trouble. Ball's out of bounds. We'll see who touched it last. Sheets will come in for Hicksville as Alex Gordon steps out. Ball last touched by the Holgate Tigers, so with 1:36 to go in the third quarter, Aces will inbounds from the baseline. Balzer bounces it into Rosales. And Rosales brings it across the timeline. Balzer on the wing. Sheets back to Jaden. Rosales drives in, kicks it out to Klima. Klima will drive it in. He'll lay it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll fall backwards, put it up. Doesn't go down, but Aaron's going to go to the line to shoot two. Ezekiel Belmares gets his first personal. That's only the second team foul of this half for the Tigers, and that'll put Aaron Klima at the line shooting two. Klima's first one's good. Klima will have one more. Missed that one. Rebound, saved, and Sheets gets his hands on it, and that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be Holgate's ball. Sheets almost got a remarkable recovery and a putback. Couldn't quite get it to go down. 41-23 with 1:09. Aces in the lead. Belmares quickly up the floor for the Tigers. Spin move. Langham almost stole it, but McCord's there to scoop it back up. McCord puts his shoulder but no whistle. Giesecke trying to get it into Hartman. Hartman back to McCord. Back down to Hartman. He'll put it up off glass. No good. Bouncing loose. And it winds up in the hands of Klima. I think Sheets got a hold of it, got it to Aaron, and Aaron got it to Rosales. 34 seconds. Rosales behind the back dribble. Rosales feeds it off to Langham. Langham loses the dribble, but he's going to be fouled. And that's going to be the second one on that'll be the first one on Caden Giesecke. And team foul number 3 for the Tigers. So both teams now, 3 team fouls. Rosales drives down, gets it into the hands of Balzer. Balzer spins around with 17 seconds. He gets it to Langham. Langham loses the dribble. He had the ball. He was thinking about what he wanted to do next and looking at the clock and looking at the hoop and missed it. But fortunately, it's a tie-up and a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give the possession back to Hicksville with 13.6 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Balzer gets it into Rosales. Jaden down to, and they get it to Gordon, back out to Klima. Klima, jump shot, no good. Grabbed by Leaders. He gets it to Belmares. He's going to launch it. No good. The quarter expires, and at the end of 3, it's the Aces leading the Holgate Tigers 41-23 here at the Red Zone this evening. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, we want to say another big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters here at Hicksville Community Television, and that's the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. A full pharmacy to serve you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. Also, medical equipment and supplies, over-the-counter medications, and more. They have greeting cards, gifts and sundries, candles, Ohio State, Michigan paraphernalia. I want to thank the Myers family so very much for their continued Diamond Level support of all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. And remember, if you're in downtown Hicksville, it's a great place to stop in to do some shopping. And if you want information about a COVID booster, flu shot, or anything else, feel free to give them a call. They'd love to hear from you. It's 419-542-6218 for the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. 8 minutes on the clock. 8 minutes left in regulation. Aces with a 41-23 lead. Holgate with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Belmares brings it across the timeline. Down to Leaders in the corner. He'll bring it out to top of the key. Over to McCord, guarded by Langham. McCord drives in, nothing there. He'll have to take it back out. Belmares drives in, and that'll be waved off. And that's going to be on Rosales. Rosales picks up his second personal foul and team foul number 4. Tigers with the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Flips it in, gets it in to Hartman. Hartman, it winds up in the hands, and that's going to be good for 3 by Xavier McCord. McCord had a 3 in the first half, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the other end, and that's going to be another one on Caden Giesecke. Team foul number 4. We finally get it into Langham. Langham launches it down to Rosales. Rosales spin move up off glass. It doesn't get the bounce, out of bounds. And it'll be Holgate's ball. 7:23 to go, still 41-26. Belmaris gets the inbounds, and he'll bring it up the floor. Over to McCord. McCord driving baseline, almost loses it, gets it to Hartman. Hartman guarded by Gordon, nothing there. Giesecke, and then back to Belmaris. Belmaris out to McCord. McCord for 3, no good. And Klima grabs the rebound. A little bit of a press. Rosales gets the ball, and he outruns Giesecke. Flips it down to Gordon, out to Balzer. Incomplete, yeah. Balzer misses, and now Langham with the ball. I've been watching some football. Can I say, the Lions have been red hot. They've been making like the Bears look like chopped liver. And don't talk about the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, ooh. Klima with the ball. Spin move to Rosales. Rosales right into a world of trouble, and that should be on Caden Giesecke. Picks up his 3rd personal. Team foul number 5. Or maybe that's just team foul number 4. Alex Gordon holds up, gets it to Aaron Klima. Klima driving in. He'll back it back out. Rosales up on top. Back to Aaron. Klima in a double team gets it to Gordon. Gordon right back to Rosales. Rosales feeds it out to Langham. Langham holds it. Gets it to Gordon. Gordon shoots it to Balzer and then to Jaden Rosales. Rosales from the baseline, no good, and Hartman grabs the rebound. Doesn't have it under control, but gets it out of his hands, and it's grabbed by Belmaris. Belmaris back to Hartman, and that's stolen by Langham. 5:38 to go. And again, some pressure being put on by Holgate as Rosales comes up the floor. Down into the corner, Balzer. Balzer being double teamed, reverses his course. They'll get it to Langham, over to, and now Gordon gets it down on the baseline. Back to Balzer. Brody, spin move, gets it to Langham. Langham to Rosales as they're going to just run the wheel a little bit. Down low, Gordon up off glass and good. Nice movement on the ball. And they work Gordon in underneath for the easy bunny shot. 43-26. And timeout on the floor. So let's assess everything and get you all up to date. We've been following along. 5:07 to go in regulation, and the Aces with the lead here, 43-26. So far, the Aces have committed 5 team fouls in this second half. The Tigers have committed 4. The Aces with 4 timeouts remaining for the game. The Tigers have 3. I think that's right. They don't have the. I'm assuming this is a full 1-minute timeout. They don't have the time counting down on the scoreboard. So now they do. So if that was a 30-second timeout, then they got a bonus. They got an extra 30 seconds. But I'm assuming it was a 1-minute timeout, and they just didn't realize it right away, so they pressed the button when 30 seconds of that 1 minute was expired. Either way, they're doing a good job. Again, 43-26, and we'll get ready to get back into action here tonight. Aces, again, looking to remain undefeated early this season and go to 8-0 this evening. They would be 6-0 in non-league games and 1-0 in the GMC. Belmares holds it, gets it to Miller. Miller looks things over, and then McCord. McCord from the shot on the wing, no good. Grabs his own rebound. Ball's loose, but McCord gets it back under control. Nothing there. Turnaround jumper is partially blocked, and Klima comes up with it. Now Rosales dealing with some pressure from Belmares. He'll toss it to Klima. Klima down to Langham, over to Balzer. Balzer sets a good look for three, and he hits it. Balzer with the three to make it 46-26, a 20-point game now. Giesecke playing with three personals hanging around his neck. Guarded by Klima, gets it to Belmares. Balzer comes out to meet him. Now back to Miller. Miller drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Giesecke. And back to Miller. Now back to Belmares, and he'll drive it in. Put up the shot, partially blocked. All alone in the corner, that's McCord. His shot no good. And we're going to have a jump ball between Rosales and Giesecke. And the possession arrow is going to give that to Hicksville with 3:54. Just past the halfway point of quarter number 4. Balzer into Gordon. Gordon looking things over. Gordon gets it to Rosales across the timeline. Bounce pass to Giesecke, or to Klima. Klima to Langham, back to Rosales. Rosales is going to take it to the hoop, and he'll draw the foul. So that will be on Holden Hartman. Hartman gets his second personal. And team foul number 5. Rosales bounces it off the back of the iron. He'll get one more. That one's good. 10 points now for Jaden. (47-26). That one's up and good for Miller. And we'll have a whistle as Rosales moves up the floor. That'll be Logan Miller picking up his first personal. And team foul number 6. Balzer to Gordon, right back to Brody. Back to Alex. Gordon, guarded by Belmares. Puts a spin move on him. Gets it to Langham on the top of the key. Over to Balzer on the wing. Brody. And to Jaden. And Langham from three-point land. Too much on it. And that's going to be off of Klima and out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say last touch by McCord. Okay. 2:56 to go. Aces retain possession. They'll launch it into Klima. Klima will drive to the hoop, up and good. McCord coming up the floor now for Holgate with 2:45 to go. He'll drive in, try to feed it off to Hartman. Hartman puts it up and whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Klima. That'll be Aaron's second. And that'll be team foul number 6 on the Aces. So both teams now one foul away from going into the bonus. And Hartman at the line to shoot 2. Hartman gets the first one. That makes it 49-29. Still a 20-point game. Braxton Heisler will come in for Langham for the Aces. And Hartman's going to have one more free throw. Off the back of the iron, no good. Balzer with the rebound. Klima back to Brody. Brody, bounce pass, gets it across the timeline to Klima. Klima down to Gordon, right back to Klima, and then we'll move it around. Balzer from the wing for three, a little bit short. Rebound comes down to Hartman. Belmares will get the ball and bring it up the floor. Belmares kicks it back to Miller, and Miller traveled. That's what I thought, a little bit of a stutter move there, and it'll turn the ball back to the Aces, leading 49-29 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in regulation in this varsity game. Balzer launches it, and Gordon did not go back like he thought he would. Belmares for three, in and out, no good. Gordon grabs the rebound that time. He'll get it down to Rosales, to Heisler. Braxton puts it up, count it, and is going to go to the line. Heisler, his second bucket of the night. That'll put the Aces into the bonus. Heisler will have the free throw attempt. I didn't put up who committed that foul on the board. In and out, no good. Hartman grabs the rebound. And Balzer picks up his second personal. That'll be team foul number 7. That'll put the Tigers in the bonus. They didn't put up that foul for some reason. It was, well, maybe I looked at the scoreboard wrong. Belmares gets the front end. He'll get the bonus shot. In for Holgate, number 14, Healy, Matthew Healy. As McCord will have a seat. Belmares, his second shot. No good. Gordon grabs the rebound, gets it to Balzer. Brody Balzer back to Gordon. Gordon to Sheets, who's in the game. Sheets kicks it back out to Rosales with 1:39. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Holgate's ball. Coming into the game, Landon Engel, number 33 for Holgate. Klima will come back into the game for Gordon. 51-30. Aces with the lead, 1:37 to go here. Ball inbounded to Healy from Giesecke. Healy brings it up the floor. Leaders back to Healy. Healy, bounce pass to Giesecke. Giesecke, the leaders, bounce pass. Healy, back to Hartman, up no good. Ball loose, and Balzer gets it off to Sheets to Rosales with 1:09. Klima holds it up on the wing, gets it back to Jaden Rosales with 1:05. Rosales to Heisler. Braxton back to Tatum Sheets. Sheets goes to the hoop, lays it up, no good. Engel grabs the board, flips it over to Healy. Healy comes up the floor with 50 seconds. Healy, guarded by Heisler, kicks it back out to Hartman, over to Giesecke with 40 seconds to go. Down the corner, Leaders. Leaders to Healy, and it's stolen away by Heisler. Heisler going to go the distance. The bucket won't count, but he will draw the foul. Giesecke picks up his 4th foul. Heisler misses the first one. That's team foul number 7, by the way. Aces are in the bonus now. And a lot of the JV players are going to be coming in now. We've got, Bronson Graber out on the floor. Heisler has one more. He gets that one. Heisler, 5 points for him tonight. Healy brings it up for Holgate with 20 seconds. Giesecke, guarded by Stuckey out of bounds. So Sanders is getting ready to get the inbounds from Graber. And Graber is going to just stand out there in no man's land and let time expire. And that'll do it. Aces Varsity remains undefeated as they knock off the Tigers tonight by 22, 52-30, the final score. Let's get you some numbers here. And we'll pass along some unofficial scoring. And on the other side here. All right, so I think everything is jibing here. So let's run down the scoring for this evening. First off, for the Holgate Tigers on the short end of the score tonight, losing 52-30. They were led in scoring tonight by their freshman, Holden Hartman. Hartman had 4 buckets for 8 points in the first half. He added 2 free throws in the second half to finish with 10 points to lead the Holgate Tigers in scoring tonight. Following him was Ezekiel Belmares. Belmares finished up with 7 points tonight. We'll make that 9 points tonight, excuse me. Nope, I'm right, 7. I'm sorry, I was looking at things. After that 7 points, Xavier McCord had a couple of threes for 6. Owen Leaders a 3 and 3 points. Logan Miller had a couple of buckets for 4 this evening to account for their 30 points. For the Aces tonight, they were led in scoring by Aaron Klima. Klima with 17 unofficially this evening on 2 threes and 5 twos and a free throw. Following that, we had Jaden Rosales. Rosales with 3 threes and a free throw for 10. Then came Brody Balzer with 3 threes for 9. Alex Gordon with 4 twos, and he had 8 points this evening. It was Braxton Heisler with a couple of buckets and a free throw for 5. And Tatum Sheets with a bucket and a free throw for 3 tonight. So very, very balanced scoring. And again, 2 aces in double figures this evening, and 2 aces just missing being in double figures tonight. So with that, that leaves us with the Subway Player of the Game award for this evening. And tonight, I'm going to give that to the big man down low who is cleaning up and doing a great job with the rebounding tonight and helping out with some great assists. That's Alex Gordon. So Alex Gordon is going to be our Subway Player of the Game of this evening. Congratulations to him. Alex is going to be getting a Subway gift card as well as a nice certificate from HIX-TV and, of course, Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. Subway of Hicksville, Ohio, where Al says, go Aces. Eat fresh, refresh. Remember, Subway of Hicksville is a great place to go before or after the game or any time. I want to thank them so very much. I want to thank all the rest of our underwriting supporters as well. At the platinum level, underwriting all of our operations, Hicksville Community Television, ARC Solutions Incorporated on Industrial Drive in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. And thanks to our diamond level underwriting supporters underwriting all of our Aces Sports broadcasts. They include the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. ARC Solution, or make that APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and also online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. And, of course, the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Call 419-542-6218 for information on COVID boosters, flu shots, and more. Thanks to all of our underwriters. Thanks also again to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Mr. Hott and Overmeyer, the co-athletic directors, for giving us the space and allowing us to live stream the action for you tonight here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. And thanks to all of you for joining us for the live stream coverage this evening. Hope that you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you tonight. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. One final time in the varsity contest tonight. The Aces remain undefeated, knocking off the Holgate Tigers 52-30. And with that, for Brian Williams, operating the iPad Pro camera tonight, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night and good sports.